So the number 2 question that I get whenever I give talks like this is, am I going to lose my job? And so I like to just address it up front, because we see automation making its way into everything we do. We see robots making their way into the OR. We see them making their way into factories, obviously cars. And then, of course, we're seeing it even in burger flipping and making drinks. And so what I'll do is tell you a story. In the 1920s, there were hundreds of thousands of female switchboard operators. So they were largely female, and effectively they were routing calls. And then all of a sudden in the 1920s, there was technology that emerged that was the automated switchboard. And it allowed people to not have to handle calls, right? Calls were getting routed in an automated fashion. And at the time, there were tons of articles that appeared and said, hey, these women are going to lose their jobs. What are they going to do? We've seen these articles over and over again. What's going to happen to this workforce? This technology is taking over their jobs. And the truth is, yes, some of them ultimately left the workforce, but that technology that created the automated switchboard that replaced those jobs, it also created modern telecommunications. It created data centers. It created hardware engineering. It created software engineering. So it created many multiples of jobs in excess of those switchboard jobs that it eliminated. What's a job that's been created in the last couple years because of AI? Can anyone think of one? What about prompt engineer? Who said that one, right? It's the fastest growing job in the US. This is a position listing from Anthropic. It pays $300,000 a year. I feel like I'm in the wrong profession, right? But the point is, yes, jobs inevitably are always in a state of flux. Jobs are constantly changing. Your jobs are going to be different in 5 years than they are right now. But this technology that does eliminate jobs creates many more jobs as a result. So let me circle back to Pet Lab, because I think it's an interesting example of how companies can leverage these tools to gain a competitive advantage.